Okay, so hopefully you've just seen part one where we went through some navigation tips and tricks, and we also went through how to use the shape tool that's right here. Now we're going to talk more about the curvature tool and pen tool. Now it's important to know how to use both. However, if you are a beginner, it's probably easier to start by using the curvature tool. I'll explain this one first. So pretty much pen tool and curvature tool, they create shapes. The ultimate aim is to create shapes, but through manipulating and using different line segments. Now, at the moment, this line is trying to curve. I've clicked once and then I've clicked again. Now I'm trying to click a third time and it is creating a curved shape. Now, it is making the shape red because that's the color I have selected up here. But you can, like I said beforehand, select any shape, or sorry, select any color that you like. Okay, so all I have to do to connect this shape is to click back on the original anchor point. All of these points here that I've been creating when I click are called anchor points, and then it will form a shape. And you can also see that now there is no line that is connecting this point to my mouse anymore because this shape is now formed. So that is the basic function, to be creating curves with your curvature tool. However, there is one other function that we can use. So if I double click this time instead of doing a single click, then you'll notice that my lines are now curved and they have an angular corner to them. So, and then if I do a single click, it is again curved. Okay, I'm going to connect this glorious shape up there. So that is pretty much the function of the curvature tool. Single click, you're going to get a curved line. Double click, and you're going to get a angular straight line instead. So this one can be really useful to create, say, if I wanted to create a house, kind of like I did beforehand. I can almost do a bit of a connect the dots kind of drawing, and there we go, I've got that. Okay, I'll just put all these off to the side. The curvature tool and pen tool are fantastic because not only can you draw your own designs, but you can also copy over something that is pre-existing. I had a drawing scanned in from the student scanning file on student shared, then I could go file open. This is my drawing that I've done right here. It's not, remember guys, plagiarism is bad, don't plagiarize. But pretty much what I can do is, I'm not sure whether this is going to work, let's give it a go. Yeah, I can do that, or you could have just copied and pasted, that probably would have been the easier option. I'm making my picture smaller, and then I'm going to zoom in. Okay, what I do want to check though, which is something that I haven't shown you guys, is this function over here, which is the layers. If I click on that, at the moment I can see that all of these shapes that I created beforehand, plus the image that I just inserted, is all on the same layer. I don't want that. I want to create a new layer, and I want to make sure that this image that I've just inserted is on that layer there, and I'm going to drag it down to the bottom. That way it is behind anything that I currently have. And then make sure that I'm not drawing in this layer, but I'm drawing in the initial layer that I had with all of these green blobby objects. Okay, so that one's selected. Fantastic. I'm going to go back to my curvature tool, and I'm going to trace over my drawing that I did by hand. I didn't, but imagine I did. Over here. So if I do a circular, so I'm doing just single clicks at the moment, and I do this shape here. I probably should have started with the outer side of the petals, but anyway, and I connect that dot. Fantastic. I now have that. I'm going to make it yellow. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure I'm still in layer 1, and I'm going to use my curvature tool. I'm thinking I'm going to make this, Control Z, what have I done here? I'd already added in an anchor point. Okay. Okay, there we go. We're on our way. I'm going around this shape. The closer my anchor points are together, I'm double clicking here because I want a angular corner. Anyway, the closer my anchor points are together, the more precision I have, but the further away they are, the smoother the lines will turn out. So you play with it, you work out what you need to be doing, double clicking so that then I have an angular point. Okay, I just paused that so then you didn't have to see all of that painful process, but pretty much I have drawn around and traced over my flower drawing, which I didn't do. I'm going to change the colour of my petals. Let's make them bright pink. But where has this centre part gone? This is where we need to go back to our layers and we need to find, so you can see that this is now changed to a pink colour, but we've got the yellow centre part underneath. I'll just transfer that to the top. There we go. I have a really dodgy flower. So I've just used the curvature tool to create this. If I wanted to edit parts of it, like this petal right here, I'm not very happy with this one here. I'm not happy with that there. So I'm going to go to my white direct selection tool and I'm going to click on the shape. Now I can see a bunch of different dots right here. I'm just going to make my underneath one not visible so we can't see that. There we go. We can see a bunch of dots. So this one here is an anchor point. This one here is a handle. If we click on this anchor point here, what we can do is we can change the direction of that line with our handle. The further away our handles are, or you can bring them closer in together. Closer in together, generally it's smoother. Further away, you're doing that more to change the line. Handles are tricky to work out though, okay? If you are struggling with them, yep, you're not alone, okay? I'm just going to adjust some of these anchor points. I can drag them out. Make sure that you actually click on the anchor point. I'm going to go Control-0 because I moved where the center of my flower was. I'm going to click on the anchor point and then I'm going to drag it out. I'm going to click on this anchor point and then I'm going to drag it in. I think I might adjust some handles here. There we go. I might do the same here. So I'm just adjusting, refining the shape that I previously drew. So yeah, curvature tool, fantastic for this. Okie dokie guys, so I have no idea what's going on with my Screencast-O-Matic. I'm going to show you how to use the pen tool at a later stage because it's getting close to recess and I need to upload this. But pretty much curvature tool, if you are a beginner, the pen tool is hard to work out. Curvature tool gives you everything that you need to know. So my recommendation would be start using that to begin with when you're doing your letters over the next couple of days. And I'll update you about the pen tool in a little bit of time. All right, fantastic.